Magic the Gathering is packed full of rich and unique characters, but strip away the text and what we're left with could be from any generic fantasy genre. Do these scenes take place in the Magic the Gathering universe? Sure, why not? Thus, Magic's heavy reliance on traditional fantasy is why we have yet to see it branch out into other media. But the brand new game, Magic Legends, attempts to do just that. And as soon as it was announced, in my immense excitement, I emailed Magic Legends to let them know just how interested I was in their game, and how I would love to get the chance to try it out. And when they didn't respond, I sent another email, and another, until 6 months later when I realized they were avoiding me. But I have come to terms with it. Even if they did give early access to pretty much every other Magic the Gathering content creator, it's totally fine because I am above all that. In my 4 years of YouTube, I have never once accepted a sponsorship or placed an ad on a video, which is why this video will still be an honest review of Magic Legends. So let us get started. Ooh, I'm already getting Diablo 2 vibes. Oh, there seems to be a little hiccup. Oh, but don't worry, I have an idea. Oh, no, they didn't. Oh, no, they didn't. They can rob me of my pride. They can rob me of my virginity. But rob me of my name, unforgivable. Oh, Magic Legends. How about this? How about this? How about this? This video is now sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Not to be confused with Magic Legends, ooh. And what is this? I can use my real name in Raid Shadow Legends, but not in Magic Legends? Raid Shadow Legends is just like Magic the Gathering, except with more, you know, more of these. Raid Shadow Legends has it all. Dungeon runs, campaign battles, raid bosses, player versus player arena matches, and these again. There are over 500 champions with unique skills and hundreds of artifacts to equip them with. And Raid Shadow Legends is all about strategy. Why else would they have so many ways to customize your champions? Which would you rather look at? This gorgeous goddess, or this goblin creature from Magic Legends? I know which one I would choose. Raid Shadow Legends is available for iOS, Android, and PC. Here is me giving my seal of approval. Now is the perfect time to join because Raid Shadow Legends has just reached their 2-year anniversary. 2-year anniversary? Magic Legends has barely made it to 2 weeks. To celebrate, Raid Shadow Legends is jamming these next few weeks full of special events, free gifts, and rewards, including the new Shadowkin faction and the first ever clan versus clan tournament, followed by updates to their epic Doom Tower. You know a game doesn't have a Doom Tower? Magic Legends. All you have to do is hit the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen and you'll get your free epic champion Jotun, who is perfect for the Doom Tower, and all these extra bonuses which can be found right here. So now that Magic Legends and I are even, let's dive into this review, which will still be honest. There are 5 classes to choose from. Which should you choose? It does not matter because after 20 hours of gameplay, I can tell you that they are all identical. In game, we start by choosing 12 abilities. Some abilities are simply spells that deal damage, whereas other abilities spawn creatures that help us in combat or give our creatures special attributes. Of our 12 selected abilities, 4 will randomly appear at a time for us to choose from. And I must say that I really like this randomization of abilities because it forces us to actually think about what we're casting instead of just smashing the same buttons over and over again. The game ran smoothly most of the time, targeting was acceptable, and the visuals were satisfying enough. But because around half of our abilities spawn in creatures, the screen fills up really quickly, which is made worse by narrow passageways and small maps overall. This cluttering is unavoidable regardless of the class you choose. All classes basically have half their spells spawning in creatures. Sometimes a lot of creatures fighting at once feels epic, but it often drifts towards being overwhelmingly chaotic. You sometimes cannot even see your own character, other players' creatures look the same as enemy creatures, and the frame rate starts to plummet. Most games try to encourage players to work together in groups, giving different classes unique characteristics that complement each other. But not in Magic Legends, where all classes do the same thing. Not only is it difficult to encounter another player, but even when the encounter does accidentally happen, everyone just runs in separate directions to get out of each other's way. Mainly because of screen clutter, but also because of lag. Most of the time in game is spent alone, so I personally didn't experience lag all that often, but I did see a lot of players in the chat complaining about low frame rates. But Magic Legends solved that problem by hiding the chat so that players would keep their complaints to themselves. So needless to say, the game has a lot of bad, but I do have to give credit where credit is due. It's a free game, and even though there's an option to purchase stuff with money, I never felt pressured to buy anything. I don't know why anyone would need to, because the game's difficulty is way too low. In 20 hours of gameplay, I only died once. Having low difficulty really does undermine finding purpose in the game. Like, why even look for better loot if the game is already too easy? They'll probably increase the difficulty at some point, but for the time being, you will not feel the need to pay for anything. So props to them for that. Now that that's out of the way, let's talk about the game's story. If you've ever seen an adult film and thought to yourself, wow, these writers deserve an Oscar,
It gets bigger when I pull on it.
then you might be able to put up with Magic Legends story. But if you have more than 2 brain cells, this storyline is, I'll give you an example. We meet an evil witch named Nani, who asks us to do evil things. But then we realize that Nani is an evil witch, so we fight and kill her. And everyone is happy because Nani was an evil witch. And we killed her. The end. That was 2 hours of gameplay. And even when we meet characters that we recognize, the story is just as shallow. For example, we encountered Geralf, and I was pretty intrigued because we see his name on Magic cards. We know that he's some kind of Victor Frankenstein mad scientist. That's all I know about him, so I was eager to find out more. But nope, in game he's just some mad scientist with zombies in a lab, and that's all we get. Yep. Magic Legends has 5 quest lines spread across 5 worlds, and they're all pretty much the same. Do you guys remember Mad Libs, where you fill in the blank with random words? I imagine that's exactly how Magic Legends wrote their quest lines. You need to help Nissa disable the Hedrons by defeating the Merfolk to save the Ley Lines, which they spelled wrong. That was literally every quest, just with different magic words swapped in. This is me here finishing the final quest after 20 hours of very repetitive gameplay. I can't even see the final boss, and when he does die and the final quest is complete, there's no cutscene or message indicating that I finished the game, just nothing happens. It's unfortunate because the game's not all bad. The lighting is good, spells look cool, and the overall aesthetic of the game looks great at times. Issues with the game such as difficulty level, lag, adding differences between classes, those are all easy to fix. But fixing all the quests, they basically need to start over from scratch, and that's not easy. But anything is better than what they have now. Like, give us a quest where we have to help Nissa, I don't know, bleach her butt hair. At least that way we can say, wow, that's a side of Nissa we've never seen before. Such great insight. Yeah, that's kind of it. The game's not bad enough to hate, but not good enough to love either. I would like to revisit the game at some point, so if you'd like to see me suffer some more, be sure to subscribe, and I hope you have a great day.